Greetings, my Macedonian friends. As a friend of Macedonia and the Macedonian people, I'm here to tell you 6 things which I consider to be important for the continuation of the Republic of Macedonia and the Macedonian people. First, the so-called Zaev Tsipras agreement will change the name of your country, the Republic of Macedonia, your Macedonian Constitution, and your identity as Macedonians. Think about it. Another country will dictate to you who you are as individuals. That's not just wrong, that's evil. Second, this agreement, through its various demands and conditions, will either restrict your right of free speech or it will compel state-sponsored speech. For example, any organization that receives any kind of funding or support from the government, think about films supported by the Film Fund and sports organizations that play in the national arena, just to name 2. These organizations will not be allowed to use the adjective Macedonian. And that's not just wrong, that's malicious. Third, the government of Macedonia and many in the international community are telling you that you must support this agreement, and that President Ivanov must support this agreement. That's not just wrong, that's corrupt. The whole purpose of democracy is to have debate and practice the ancient art of persuasion. But to quote Jean-Claude Juncker, President of the European Commission, and regarding the European treaties, there can be no democratic choice. Fourth, the government and many in the international community are telling you that either you agree to this or Macedonia will remain poor, isolated, not part of Europe. That's not just wrong, that's immoral. Macedonia is a part of Europe. It is not isolated, and while not rich yet, economic indicators were going up, at least until the current government came to power. Fifth, the government and many in the international community are telling you that there is no alternative for Macedonia. That's not just wrong, that's a lie. Those who say there is no alternative are either lazy intellectually, or they have a malicious and authoritarian agenda, or both. There are always alternatives, but it takes leaders with vision, courage, and wisdom to develop and pursue those alternatives. 6, and finally, even if this agreement does go through, there's no guarantee that Macedonia will join the EU anytime soon. Probably a minimum of 10 to 15 years for the EU, and at least 2 for NATO. That's assuming the EU continues to exist. During that time, for either NATO or EU accession, Greece, Bulgaria, and Albania will likely demand more concessions from you, more changes to the Constitution, more bowing down before them, and that's not just wrong, that's wicked. Hold your heads high, assert yourselves, stand tall. Hold your elected officials accountable, and then ask them tough questions and demand tough answers. Da žive Republika Macedonia, da žive Macedonia. Hvala mnogo.